my people. This is Calvin from CMO TV. What it do? What it do? We got my co-host Cedric the Springer up in the house. Would it be like the Springer? Would it be like?
But now I had to put this on because of that backdrop. I don't want anybody to get it twisted.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna admit it, but yeah, you are a Denver fan. You like Denver a lot, but hey, we
it's only
understand.
one big D. It's only one big D in the NFL. Everybody know who it is. I ain't got to say it.
Uh,
And it
okay,
ain't Detroit and it ain't Denver.
I heard that. I heard
Yeah,
that. Damn sure ain't Dallas. What's going on with you, man?
man,
Our
what's going
topic
on?
today is child support. And I put a question mark behind it. I actually put a question mark behind it. Child support? What? Not child support.
Oh yes.
No.
Well,
What do you got on it, man? Talk to me. What you got on it about? What's the hiccup about the child support?
first of all, I never had to deal with it. So to all those who have them type of issues, more power to you. But I am here with a solution for it going forward.
Oh,
Oh
oh
yes.
shit now. Oh
It's one
shit.
thing. It's one thing, man, to see it being used as a business and how ridiculous the amount of money that people have to pay for it. But I saw a young man the other day put on his well, everybody's talking about it. He said his $6,700 a month child support isn't enough.
Wow.
$6,700
Is that a month
a
or
month. That's a
God
month.
damn? That's a lot of money.
Now I this is 50 Cent son.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think it wound up being like 80 some thousand a year. This dude he ain't nowhere near 25. Even if he was, I don't make that much money a month.
I know, right?
Make as a grown man, and he getting it tax free. So I thought about that. So I think it should be a reform. I think I need to go to Uncle Sam and tell him what my plans are. And let me just put it to you like this. This is how it would go. First of all, any child born should have a blood test. Married, single, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's get that. Let's get straight who's who. Because I say that because I haven't fact checked it lately, but the last time I heard it was a few years back. 3 out of 10 children being born, their fathers are not their father. So that's 3 out of every 10. So if you take 1,000, that's 300. If you
Yeah.
take 1,000,000, that's 300,000.
Mm.
That's a lot of somebody taking care of kids that ain't theirs. So
Yeah. Yeah.
after you do after the child support, and by the way, I think the government only should give two per mother because if you got more, if you can't figure out who your father is after two kids, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
I say that child being born, if it's a girl, it goes to the mother, and if it's a boy, it goes to the father.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Especially if the father is trying to be a responsible man and wants to
I
be in
look
his child life and do what he had to do.
now. Well, you can look at it that way, but I look at it. They want to say, let's be fair. Then let's be fair. If it's a boy, go to the daddy, and if it's a girl, go to the mother. I don't care if you're trying or not. He was trying enough to get the baby. You let him do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you feel
So,
like he
do you think a lot of children, not a child, a lot of children are being born for to come up? You
oh
know what I
yeah.
mean on that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of women that out there. I've seen one girl post that she got 6 kids by 6 different dudes because she gets six child support checks.
Wow.
Being with the
Wow.
basketball player last year, she knew she won't get paid from him. And see, the judges and stuff, they know this too. Like I
Yeah.
said, that's something I ain't going through, and that's a really messed up thing to say. Is say if somebody said, "Well, he got the money, he should pay." No, it shouldn't work like that.
Hmm.
It shouldn't work
Well,
like that.
I paid child support for two of mine. The third one, I don't know. I think she wanted it, but we had some type of little small issue about it or whatever. But I never did pay child support, which I'm not agreed. Me personally, I'm not really into really paying child support. I don't like it because of I think it causes a division within the family. Even though y'all not together or anything, I think it's a real division between you and the child because sometimes unfortunately the woman takes that and use that child support for a weapon, and when they do that,
That's
it
power.
causes a real it causes a real division between, especially when you got a son by that woman, and it causes a division between you and your son, and y'all really not seeing eye to eye like you would like to because of it. Because most men, for what I've seen, most men that are not no longer with that woman, you know, that thing is, man, only thing I'm doing is finna pay this child support, and that's it. This bitch don't went down there and hit me with child support, knowing damn well I was doing something for my child, and I'm in my child life, and you gonna do some old dumb, dirty backdoor shit like that? Fuck it. When your ass needs something, don't call me. That's how most, a lot of men. I ain't gonna say most because I really don't know that. That's how a lot of men think because I done that at one point, and I changed my way of thinking, but I done it at one point. But and see, with that me doing that, that caused. I put it like this: my first son, Dalvin, his mother was doing so much bogus stuff, you know, when it came to him and with the child support and stuff like that. I got to the point, I said, you know what? Fuck that child. I'm gonna pay my child support. That's what you want. I'm gonna just pay my child support. Don't bring me that child. Don't do this. Don't do that. When I did that, me being stubborn and stuck up like I am, I actually stayed away from my son for about 18 months. I think it was about 18 months. That's over a year. Not seeing my son or whatever. He, just being born or whatever. I missed a couple things that I shouldn't have missed, but it
Out of spite.
actually woke out of spite, but it actually woke her up too. You know what I mean? It literally woke her up to the point to where she realized that I wasn't finna let her bully me with that. And once she figured that out, I guess you were like, okay, that's his daddy, and I need for them two to have a relationship. It's stuff like that because a lot of men look at that stuff and be like, man, I'm not finna let nobody bully me, this and that. And before you know it, you don't sit there and lost time with your child. And see, my dumb ass, I done that, and I actually got that idea from an older gentleman.
But if
And
you was she making more than you?
no,
Okay.
no,
So
no, she wasn't.
in that situation, did she got more kids now?
One.
No more.
She had one child, and that was years after Dalvin, was born. Though that was years after Dalvin was born.
So just say, like I said, you said they looking at it as a come up. If you have um, if you have a child, and you was making more than her, and the government takes what percentage that they put of your income toward that child, and
Actually, to be honest, it wasn't enough. It really
okay,
wasn't enough, especially where I worked at, and that's one thing
but
what
you
I
made
was
more than
trying
her.
to get
But
through her head.
hold on, hold
Huh?
on, hold on. But if even with that being said, you made more than her.
Yeah, I made more than her. I made more
So
than her.
just say you never worked and you had, you died before the baby was born.
Mm-hmm.
She is a percentage to keep her household running. She's going to put toward that child to keep him, whatever, fed, clothes, whatever,
Yeah.
and whatever she make is going to be a part of her income, even if she had to get 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Now, I say in a situation like that, just because you are living, if that woman, if you had to pay the same amount of money they calculated that she would have to put in the pot, and you matched what she put in, it would have been a different outcome. She wouldn't have been as she wouldn't have been using them as a power thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They just say she made $400 a week,
Yeah.
and the government or whoever calculated that she only can put out a $400. She put uh, not $400. Let's just say she put $100. She had to put $100 a week toward the child,
Yeah.
and they say you made 4,000 a week.
Okay.
You should be able to put $100 toward that child. We being fair, right?
Being fair.
We being
That's
fair.
being fair.
Whatever
Yeah.
whatever you putting toward it, I'm gonna match it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
knocks that come up part out because a lot of these women, that like I said, I'm taking 50 Cent son. That's $6,700. I'm pretty sure his mother is not giving him $6,700. But you're gonna go by his income. But once you go by the lowest person income, and then the other person got to match it.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I don't care about being
Mm-hmm.
right. I'm talking about being fair. I'm matching what you put in. I'm gonna put in. If I choose to do more, I do more.
Well, let me ask you this. I like that idea. Beautiful idea. Lovely idea.
Oh, and one more
Do you?
thing. Hold on, one more
Oh,
thing. And if you make 250,000 a year, I don't care if it's a boy or a girl, you should get custody because you could provide a better life for that child.
and that's. I agree. I agree. But unfortunately, we're living in America, and they have this war on black men. They have this war on black men, so they're gonna make everything with the black man as hard as they possibly can. Because if you notice, when a white man won't custody his child, hell, he ain't got to make 60,000, 50,000. Shit, he can get custody of that child just like that, easy. A white man can. Especially if he's making more money than the woman. Oh, they're gonna make sure that child is going with the father. They're gonna make sure of that. Now with us, we can make triple as much as that woman. They're gonna say, well, she has a stable home and she can give her baby better love. And okay, I know it. I know what's going on. But
But
with Dalvin, I think I had just lost my job when I went to the day before I went to court. I had just lost my job. That job actually shut down. And when I told them that, they were like, "No, it didn't." I said, "Yeah, if you go over there, it shut down." And and I was only paying what, $118 a month for Dalvin. That's what I was paying. That's not enough, especially for a boy, right? So it
but
was,
if you
but
think, but let's take that. But do you think if you had custody of him and you custody of him, you don't think you could afford him?
yeah, yeah. I end up having custody of Dalvin. That was when Dalvin was young, but I end up getting custody of him when he was damn near, when he was a teenager, and
The same
shit.
way, the same way a woman can find to provide for her child, a man can do the same thing. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. But the thing with me was, don't get me wrong. I didn't bitch and moan about it. Dalvin ate. Dalvin can eat like a motherfucker now, and I end up. What is that? How did that work? I end up got custody of Dalvin, and check this shit out. I'm still paying child support to her. So, and the thing with that was, this was the part that's gonna kill you. When I end up going to DHS and told them, look, I got full custody of my son. Me and her, we went to a lawyer and got these papers drew up to make sure I got full custody of my son. She signed the papers, I signed the papers. How about DHS said, well, that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. You know what I said? I ain't got time to argue with y'all. It is what it is. I got custody of my son. I'm gonna take it as is. If she want to sit there and do that, and she knowing I got my son or whatever, I just let her have the damn money. I said, fuck it. I got custody of my son. I think I had the better deal out of it or whatever, but I thought I had the better deal until I saw how that little son bitch eat. God damn. The $118, he ate that shit up in 1 week. I mean, Dalvin ate that shit up in 1 week. And I was like, but I really didn't care because, he was my son or whatever. Glad that he was with me. But it just, when it comes to that child support shit, man, I mean, I caught hell, bro. Do you hear me? I caught hell.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of men do. I'm pretty sure a lot of women do. But I'm saying, if you want to be fair, and if a man has his child, he don't have to worry about money going over to the next house. If he get him another woman, hey, look, I have a son. By law, I got to take care of him. I mean, no, this is my son. So just like I would take your child in, you got to accept mine.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but he will have custody of his son, and she will have custody of a daughter. If she got 5 daughters, she got 5 girls. She got to have custody of. If he got 5 boys, same thing. No matter who he have it with, if it's a boy, it belongs to the daddy.
I wish hell I could have did that because I had 3 boys. That would have been 3 boys I would have had with me. Shit, yeah, I wish I could have. And I was trying to get custody of Tyron. I was trying my damnedest to get custody of him because I knew that with him that he needed a man around because he's a very stubborn type guy.
Where you get that from?
I wonder. Probably the damn mama.
Probably the mama. Had to be.
Had to be the damn mama. You know how
it ain't
that
you at all.
Is.
I know it ain't you.
No, sir. No,
way,
sir.
No way possible.
No fucking way. No way possible. Yeah, man. But speak on that because I don't think a lot of people understand what you mean when you say once you pay this child support, the same amount that she put in, you put in. I don't think a lot of people understand that and why.
Well, they calculate it. Like I said, I've never had the issue, but I think I heard it's like 25% of a man's earnings go toward. Now, if I'm wrong, then it's just what I thought I heard. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just gonna stick with 25% of his earnings, his monthly earnings.
Mm-hmm.
If his monthly, his weekly, whatever, his weekly earnings. So 25% of his weekly earnings is greater than 25% that she can give. And if we being fair, I'm saying he should match that. And that's all he should have to pay. If he pay extra, then hey, that's win-win. But he shouldn't be forced to pay just because he's doing a better job, have a better job, better paying job. He should pay more if we being fair.
Well, I got one. I'm gonna throw at you. What do you think should happen to some of those women who actually intentionally trap some of these football stars and basketball stars?
That's what I'm saying.
And get them, say like they get them drunk, do some shit to end up getting them pregnant because it was something. I forgot what that was. It was some female somehow or another. She was taking a condom.
Oh yeah, that was Drake. That was Drake. Yeah,
that was Drake and stuff like that. What do you think should happen to that woman and that child? How do you look at that?
Well, for one, like I said, pretty much that eliminate itself because they just say a woman do get a celebrity or something, and that guy, like I said, he's making well over 250. He get custody of boy or girl. He gets the custody. Period. He could provide for children. He can do that. But in the situation, if it's proven that she got herself tore up because he had hot sauce in there and it tore her insides up anyway. But if he can prove that she is trapped, Well, either way. If it's a boy, he get it. If it's a girl, she get it. But
Yeah,
if he's making over 250,000, he get both.
yeah, yeah. I
He
agree.
can tip it back because he should have. Hey, I'm just being fair. You slept with her.
Yeah, you slept with her.
You should
So
have
do you
you should
think
have.
he ought to, even though he get custody of that child or whatever, right? Do you think he should have uh, t- any responsibility to give her anything, even though he's taking custody of the child?
No,
So
no.
basically,
I don't think she
she
get. I
gonna
don't
be
think she gonna
basically
get
she.
right.
On,
She get visitation.
well, let me ask you this: say if he decided she decides she don't want to do nothing for the child, do you think he should have to be to a point to where he hit her with child support? Cause he just want her to do something for the child and she don't want to do it, saying that well you got all the money, so she gonna let you do it.
You talking about
So do
those
you
make
think?
those that make 250? That what you talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
No, she not. She ain't obligated to do nothing.
So I know she ain't obligated to do anything. I know that, but what I mean, as in, Do you think she he should make her do something for her child? Do something for her child. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they try to put it towards us. But they gonna make us do something for the child because they should be doing something. Okay, I got the bread, but you gonna show your child that you give down, and you gonna make this child, and you gonna do what you got to do to
If
for your
see,
child. So I'm gonna hit you with child support, and every little penny that you get is going straight to him. Now, you know what I mean? I'm not buying socks and stuff
I know
like
what
that.
you I know what you're getting to. I know what you're trying to allude to. But I still no. He can't. If she got her visitation. But see, this is what I'm saying. If this was a real thing, they would be way more selective about who they have children by. But if once the scandalous women understand they gets nothing, it'll stop slow down a lot of stuff. And once a man that don't want to have kids get forced to take his kid because he got money, that'll put an end to a lot of stuff too. Because you really thinking about this person you sleeping with. You understand what I'm saying? You really taking into consideration if this was a real law, those
Hmm.
that got money, they would be real selective about who they sleep with.
So what I mean, but wouldn't you think that'll be um say like what you just said? You forced the man to take care of a child that he didn't even want. Wouldn't you think that's going to be kind of hard on that child because that child's going to feel unwanted because that dad really didn't want no child anyway, and it ain't no he's something to treat that baby like pure ID shit. You
Now,
know what I mean?
if that well, yeah, that goes to the woman. If you can
But
pay,
the thing
if
is, that's going to
hold on,
make
let me go back.
okay,
Let me go back.
okay,
If some NBA players paying like 80,000 a month,
yeah.
you can get a nanny or whoever to raise that baby.
Hmm.
Now, if that man saying, "Hey, I don't want no dealing with this baby, and I want to pay her 80,000 to take this child," then that's something they work out.
Okay.
But that'll never stop. And I don't care how much an NBA player make. He can have the max contract for years, 80,000 a month. That's a lot of money, especially over 20 some years or 18 years. That's money.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so what I'm saying is, yes, it's a lot of them out here right now paying for kids that they'll never see, but they paying for them because there was a one night stand. But this is what I'm saying. This is the type of thing that you would have an action that really would alleviate that because okay, I got this chick pregnant, man. If it's a boy, I got to take care of it. I got to have it within my custody. Now that don't necessarily mean you're gonna be there, but you're gonna provide for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if you don't
yeah.
have about five, six women, or you might have two or three. Be like, man, like either I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna have to slow this thing down.
That's true. That's true. But
And if
like
and
I
if,
said,
if a woman knows she have a boy and she was trying to come up, she was like, damn, he finna get the child. I ain't finna get nothing. And if it's a girl, she already knows she ain't getting nothing because that's she got custody and that's her responsibility.
but I understand that. I understand somewhat what you're saying. But at the end of the day, when that child is not getting the proper nurturing, that child gonna grow up to be a fucking devil's child. You know what I'm saying?
Which one not getting nurturing?
The one that whether he really don't want to, he don't want to be. He's not really wanted there.
You think
See,
that
that's
you think well, hold on.
yeah.
You think that every woman that has a child want that child?
No, but
But
to do some type of
they have
nurturing.
they have custody of them.
And see what I'm meaning on that is, let me see. I'm trying to. I was gonna go political correct, but hell, I'm not finna do that.
I know just
Fuck that.
I know
And what I mean is, look at all these white kids. Look at the majority of white kids. They don't get no nurturing from mother or father because half the time, hey, for some odd reason, white people do not like their kids. They don't like their kids, and they don't like their elderly parents. Most of them don't, for what I see, because they'll stick their ass in a damn nursing home, just like that. Just like that. See, that's
well, hold
what I'm
on. I'm gonna
talking
say
about.
something about that. I'm gonna say something about that. That I don't know their situation. But for me, I already told my kids, as long as I'm in assisted living, y'all live y'all life. I don't need to be y'all doing stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Now that maybe that's just a man perspective, maybe that's just me. But I don't want to be trying to live up under your roof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I'm
But
somewhere and I'm just
it ain't even the point of that, though, said. It's not even the point of
now I
them,
don't know
you
what these
living up
people
under that
doing.
roof. You know what I'm saying? At least go by there every other day and check on your parent. Because if I was close to mine, I'm gonna go by mine and fuck with them and this and that. Because whole conversation. Cause with me being how I am, I like to hear about kind of like history, and I would ask them questions about their life going and coming up and stuff like that. And that's endless with them. They can talk all day about that
Right.
and stuff like that. That's what it is with me.
Well, like I said, it I don't know about their situation. Sometimes you just don't have the time. I know Terrell Owens, his grandmother raised him, and he had her, and but he's just a busy dude. I mean, but I mean, I'm pretty sure she was in one of the top notch facilities, but still in all, you know,
But when it comes to shit like that, I'm gonna put it like this: busy or not, and I stay a whole lot busy. My mama or daddy is not going into no nursing home.
but anyway, what was your question, man? We on you on a whole nother subject.
What was my question? I don't know.
You know, lost your thought
Yeah, I lost my
because you
thought.
were saying that white people don't nurture their kids, but you was on nurturing. You don't think that nurturing will become because you'll have a parent that feel like they stuck with the child that they created,
Yeah, it's like
even
what
though
I
they don't want that
mean.
child, but they stuck with it because now by law that I made up that they'll be stuck with the child. Like, man, I just wanted to hit, but I got to make. But man, that's responsibility. That's the cost. That's the cost you pay for doing that. Everything come with a price. You
Yeah.
should have you should have strapped up and pulled out and prayed.
And what I was meaning by the nurturing thing is, do you not think that because a man can nurture his child by showing him different things, this and that. When you're not showing your child anything, especially about the way life goes and stuff like that, that's what I would consider nurturing. Do you not think that at
Now
the
you would
end of
just
the
have a
day
boy.
you're gonna be raising a devil's child?
No, because us as men, we want them. Well, I ain't gonna say we want them to, but we understand that they're gonna fall and bump and bruise and a lot of things. We understand they're gonna have to figure out on their own. As if you raising a boy to a man, you got to let him. You're gonna go through some trials. You want to be up on the watchful eye, but you ain't gonna be petting him up every time he scrape his knee.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I mean, what I mean is like, shoot, we'll say, when I say
you
nurturing, I mean as in you and your son just out chilling, doing what y'all do and stuff like that. You got to show him some type of love, or when that child is not feeling no type of love or no type of attention, shit, that child going, man, shit, he ain't gonna give a damn about life. He ain't gonna give a damn about life.
why you think? Why you think he can't give? Why you think you can't give him no attention?
Like if you really
Why
don't
you
want
think a
that
man
child,
can't do
you're
that?
not gonna. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about a man.
Okay.
I'm talking about a man. Because hey, I know a man can because I do. I know you do with your boys.
What's the what do you think? What do you on percentage wise? They're just we just hypothetical. We don't know, but they just say percentage wise. Out of all the kids that women raise, do you think that all the women wanted all the kids? Do you think it's one? I mean, we're gonna just take away the they put up for adoption. I'm just talking about those that's actually like, man. I mean, you have women that throw them in trash cans and everything else,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you
When
have
you say
some.
that,
You
when
have
you
some
say
that actually.
all women, do you mean all women or just black women? All black women.
Well, when I say all, I'm gonna mean black because that's the only thing I've been
Okay.
around.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh man,
You
I
can see.
think
You
that
can see.
percentage is maybe almost in the teens.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you ever? Okay. Have you ever been around some that you noticed that they have preference in certain kids and they kids
What you mean?
that they tend to be with one more than the other. They you know what I mean? They have a favorite.
Yeah, yeah. They have their favorite. Yeah, yeah. I see that a lot. Now I
So
do see
so
that a
what do
lot.
you think about the one that's not the favorite? How you think they coming up?
Ooh, ooh man. Mm, I don't know.
And
Not one.
they have a lot of resentment. They have a lot of resentment toward the parent that showed the favoritism. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't good
Mm-hmm.
enough, or I didn't do this right, or you just hated me, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Believe me, I know that feeling because I
and
think I'm one of them, man. I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm one of them, bro. Yeah, yeah.
I
Shit.
and I can't say I believe you too because I think you one of my least favorite people. But if
Whatever.
you,
Whatever.
but look, if the saying is true, you be what you see, and if you
Yeah.
have your son and they see you get up, crack a dawn, bust your ass, come home, bring home food, you know what I'm saying? Work on cars, do this and do that, the other. They gravitate to that. They say this is what a man's supposed to do. This is what I see him do every day. He go out there, he get it. However you do it. Yeah, I don't care if you own a business and you sitting at a desk and they just get intrigued by that, they get drawn by that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you take a young boy and you put him in his home with his mom, and they
Mm-hmm.
just say she living on welfare. She's sitting at home every day. He see that she ain't doing much. I mean, I ain't saying she doing much of nothing. I mean, I understand that you got housework, you cook. If you do that, if you that type of woman, you got some that just say they don't even do that, but they just say he just see her clean and pretty much sit at home and wait on the check. But he gonna think he's supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how we come up with these emotional young men too, being raised by these damn women. But these women, they don't tend to think that they raise emotional young men and don't realize why you think them young men going straight to prison because they so emotional, they can't even hold themselves to go stop from committing violent crimes because they emotional, especially when you you're talking to somebody and y'all get into a heated discussion and you start
Yeah.
jumping into your emotions and before you know it you done some bullshit because you so emotional and you don't even realize it and understand what the hell just happened.
If you go back and you say 2000, so that would be what year is this? 22.
22.
You look at 2000, you'd say the men that's 22 years old now, and the women say these boys out here they bored, they don't know nothing, they woo woo this that the other. Then you go back, that's 2000. Then you go back to the 90s, so they'll be 32. They ain't hitting on nothing. Then you go back to the 80s, they 42. They ain't hitting on nothing. But all those guys were, I ain't say all of them, but the mass majority was raised by women. So the women that's talking about these men were raised by the women. So these are the men
Yeah.
that you despise are the ones you raised.
Yep.
They don't know how to do
Yeah.
this. They don't know how to do that. You didn't teach them
Okay.
that.
You didn't teach
You
him that.
you did like they said like they might have did you.
You didn't
You
teach him a
use them as a
goddamn
weapon.
thing.
You got angry. You got bitter. You got jealous, or whatever the case may be. You didn't want them around the father, and then you charged them, taxed them with child support, and he didn't want to be around either
Mm.
because he figured like, well,
Mm.
hey, I paid, so hey, you handle it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you see, if
Hmm.
I know I gotta get up every morning and I got a baby, just say I'm a single parent. The girl had a boy. I gotta accommodate. I gotta figure the thing out. I gotta get it done. But when he finally get up and he understand and he see me out there doing, dad ain't sitting at home every day.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going to work. He ain't petting me up. He telling me, hey, you're gonna have to get this done. And you're gonna have to do this on your own. You're gonna have to figure this out. Hey, then they gotta do it. You ain't got nobody behind you saying, come in, mama, hold up, get in my lap. That ain't happening.
Hmm. I'm finna throw something at you. I'm gonna go off
Uh-oh.
subject here, and I'm finna throw something at you. Give me a hot second, brother, man. Give me a hot second. And hold on. Let me see. Come on, piece of shit.
It's voting season,
Can you see
bruh.
that?
No
Yeah.
voting, no loving. No
I
voting,
want you
no
to give me
touching.
your
No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no
Ooh, you
fucking.
know
No
what I'm talking about.
voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking. BLK app looking for some action. Swear the homie Scott was hit. Face is a 9, abs is a 10, D is a to be determined. He got mad jokes, he don't seem broke. The only red flag, he said he don't vote. This midterms for all the single cute. Wanna hit this booty, gotta.
Really? Hold
I
on.
I I I seen
Uh,
that, man.
uh,
But let me tell you.
hold on. I'm gonna let the rest of this shit play, bro.
Do your civic duty. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking.
Yeah, don't stop now. Stop my ballot box again. But my homegirl through. Put the buy in partisan. Politics be so nasty. Make me wanna flirt ya. Show you how to be a poll worker. Legs in the air, I don't care. Anyone could get it. Universal health care. If you wanna come before the deadline. Come in the jacuzzi, gerrymander this coochie.
No voting, no love, no voting, no touch. No voting, no nothing. Can't let me down, gotta stand up for something. No voting, no love, no voting, no touch. No voting, no nothing. BLK, we gon' stand up for something.
Let me stop this shit. My first question. My first question is going to be tell me what you noticed in that video.
Well, I don't know that dude trying to be transgender or he just representing the gay community. I don't know. I'm assuming it's transgender because of the nails and the lashes and all that.
I don't know what the fuck he is.
I don't know. I don't know the relationship that community have with black women, and so I mean that's the first thing that stick out. Why is it so flamboyant? If I was a member of I would think the gay community should have an issue with that. I mean, do they want to be seen? I mean, that what they call that? I forgot what they call the word, but with the Sambo, the black face with the white lips and all that, the shucking and jiving. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it makes that community look. I think they should have a problem with that. But like I said, then you got Trina on there. I guess he's representing the black women. I'm assuming. I don't know the connection that they're supposed to have together. But I will say this. Let me say this about that, man. When I saw
Yeah.
that, you ever saw that movie Chirac?
I've seen
That's with Nick Cannon
bits
in it.
and pieces of it. I never did get to see it all, but I seen bits and
Okay,
pieces of it.
but it's on the same premise. Chirac is if the women in the community got together and withhold sex, then they can stop the killing in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Well, we this killing amongst black men, but it was based in Chicago, so that's where I got Chirac from. Okay, that didn't stop nothing, and I mean the message was for them to do that. The same thing about voting. If you got to be real political to vote. Or want to make a change politically. If that ain't in you, I don't care what videos they show. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
that ain't your
Yeah.
thing, you just ain't gonna vote.
True that.
And
True that.
and I did say I was gonna make a commitment to get into more local politics because that I mean the big presidential thing. I mean that is what it is. But if I think if it can make a change in my community, I really need to know more about my local government than anything.
Mm,
But
mm,
that video that I don't know what that was, but if I was that but music is real influential.
hmm
That right there ain't gonna be enough. That ain't gonna be enough to get people to vote. And then like I said, I didn't I thought it was tasteless.
The first thing I noticed on there, give me a hot second. Give me a hot second. Oh
Please don't play it
shit.
again.
No, I'm just gonna show some things on here.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully I can do this. All right. You can see that, right?
Yeah. What's the BLK? That's short for black.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it is. Now I'm putting this in reverse, and I want you just to look. The first thing I seen on this, and I noticed when I saw this crap, it's not the homosexual man. It's not even the women shaking their ass. First thing I noticed, there's not a white person on there. There's not an Oriental person on there. There's not no other nationality on there other than a black person. A black face, because most of them I'm quite sure ain't number fucking tethers anyway. But anyway, that was so tasteless. And for me, you said the homosexual community are to be discussed by that. Me personally, I think the women should be, especially a black woman. A black woman should look at that and be like, really? They made the black woman look like she was a sexual deviant on there.
I mean,
Really?
but what she was saying on there, it was sexual. But
Exactly.
I mean, but
Exactly.
what is Trina? But what is Trina? That's her style.
And, and then my thing is, I think it's crazy because if I'm not mistaken, I can look it up right quick. Let me see. I think this damn woman is 50 something years old.
Trina.
If I'm not, yeah, I think she about 50, 52. You ain't learned shit
Well,
since you ain't
yeah,
learned.
yeah,
I'm put like
yeah.
this. You
She
ain't.
might be around that age.
That's telling me you ain't learned shit since what? Oh, god damn. For 20 years and you still doing the same bullshit? God damn, when do you learn? And then it's amazing. That tells you one thing about these black celebrities or so-called black people. They apparently didn't manage their money right, because I'm quite sure they paid you some money to do that crap. Because that's all it is. That's a bunch of crap. And that tells you how low you are, and you'll sell yourself to the first goddamn bidder. Now that goes back to something you said once before. When a motherfucker get old like that, who gonna want to marry a woman who don't been on the dick carousel for 20 and 30 years? You know what I'm saying? Who just been riding dicks that long, and who gonna want a woman like that? Because you ain't got a backbone. Damn, that's crazy as fuck.
If she did, it's blew out.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, you look at it. I know at one point in time it was rumored that, she was getting paid big time money to sleep with people, and I'm pretty,
Wow, I wouldn't doubt it,
big
man.
time money, and
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like we had a discussion the other day, and we had a discussion with a couple of women, and they mismanaged their youth.
They damn sure do that, partner.
And now, like you said, after you've been ran through, you pretty much got to go to a different state now and pretty much try to start fresh, if possible. But man, to hear the mindset of some people, to hear the mindset of how they get down, is something.
Yeah. Especially the conversation we had, was it Monday? The conversation we had Monday when several different women in there. I'm gonna say several. I think several is too, right?
More than three. A couple is two, then you got a few is three, then you got several, probably more than three.
We'll say a couple of women.
But we talked to more than just two, though.
We talked to more than two, but we got a couple women talking about how they had 4 to 5 different men they supposed to be, I guess, using. We would say, I don't know how a woman can use a man that's they fucking like that, but I'm not a woman, so it's bad. I'm like you. Woo!
But the sad part was sad to hear them say that. But the sad part to me was the guy that say he accept that.
Yeah.
He expected and he cool with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but this goes back. This guy's his 30s. So you looking a guy that wasn't raised. Well, I don't know if he was raised by mom and dad or not. I don't know that. I can't say that. But he definitely is like I try to tell him. I say, man, look, for my money, I like the 96 Impala. I like the body style. I like the way I just like that car. I always wanted me one. And I said, if I went to a dealership and they had two, both of them 96, one black and one maroon, right?
Yeah.
The maroon one has 100,000 miles on it. The black one got 30,000 miles on it. And he wants the same price for both of them. And I said, man, which one would you get? Well, if I want the maroon one, I would have to pay. I'm like, really? So you're going to, just because of the look, you're going to pay more. You know what I'm saying? You could take the black one and get it painted maroon. You know what I'm saying?
But be out of less money.
Yeah, but why would you want some high mileage when you can get the same thing low mileage and pay the same amount? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And to say that you cool with if you number 5 out of her 4, you good with that? That's a sad mindset.
That's a real sad mindset because of that's telling me you as a man, you really have low self-esteem about yourself as a man, and you got and you bringing a nice income in monthly, and you're that I really don't even know what to say about a younger man because and the reason why I say that is because I never felt like that. I never really felt like that. And I tell you one thing, that young man really worship women too. He really do. He really worships women. And it's nothing wrong with worshiping your woman. But to worship all of them and then sit here and say that, because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he say women don't need a man?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you and the guys around the way, they know uh, community booty when they see it. They know who getting around and who ain't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
The
yeah,
shit's obvious, bro. It's really obvious.
yeah. I mean, and then but you want to cuff that? You want to cuff community booty?
Yeah. Oh, know about that.
I do. No,
Don't.
you don't want that.
Not
You don't want them problems.
fuck them. Not fuck them. You want to cuff them. That's what get me.
This my boo.
Wow.
Now we're gonna have to. Now the woman don't need a man. That's another topic.
That's another topic. But I am going.
You know what? I tell you what I did
has,
see though. I did see this. I did see this post the other day. That all women don't want a husband in the house, and that's cool. That's perfectly
all women
fine.
don't want what?
A husband in a house. A husband in
What
a
did
house.
you say?
All women don't want
All
a
women
husband
don't
in the
want a
house.
husband in the house.
And right. So
Okay.
I'm like, cool. So that's cool. You might want an apartment and die alone. That's your prerogative. That's what you choose to do. But my thing is, don't try to down those that do. Don't try to discourage those that do.
You think what you think the percentage is that women that actually discourage that?
All the single ones, every last single one of them.
You think
That
so?
they sing, yes. Single women keep women single.
Elaborate on that for me. Tell me what you mean. By that.
Single women keep women
Keep-
single. I mean,
as in,
I don't have a
women-
man, so I'm trying to tell you, you don't need one either.
So you think they literally tell them, "I don't have no man." Shoot, what the hell you got a man for?
Well, you'll hear a lot say that if you having an issue with your man, girl, you really should just leave him.
Instead
everybody
of
got
saying,
issues.
"Work it out."
Yeah, instead of saying, well, especially if you're a good dude, especially if women think that.
Hold on for a hot second. Say it. Can I please get y'all to hit that like button for me? Hit that like button. Y'all don't, came in and y'all ain't
Kick
wipe
the
your feet
refrigerator.
on the mat. Yeah, they just open my refrigerator. Helping yourself. Damn. Hit the like button. Don't hit it. Go ahead, say it.
Shoot, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about?
Uh,
Women, single women keep women single. Yeah.
yeah.
And guess what they'll do? They keep them single until they get a man. And you can't tell them nothing.
And then they ain't nowhere to be found. They ain't nowhere
I've seen
to
it
be
happen
found.
too many times. Seen it happen way too many times.
They ain't nowhere to be found. You can't spot them. You can't. I mean, they gone. They literally gone. And yeah, I've seen that happen. And I think it's crazy. Women let other women do that shit too. And then when they ain't nowhere to be found, you sitting there looking crazy because you got a bad relationship with your man now because you don't let that individual come between your relationship with your man, and she's over there happy as a motherfucker. And when it's time to come on, girl, go to the club with me. No, me and my man, we're gonna do so and so, this and that. Now you looking stupid as fuck. I don't see it done, bro.
You gotta look at, let's say Beyonce and all the single ladies, and what that song is. I forgot the name. don't ever think that you're not replaceable or whatever, however it go.
Mm-hmm.
But you married.
Well,
Music is influential. You
it
married, but
is.
you singing lyrics that go to the young women, telling them that, hey, I can get another you in a minute. And that first of all, that's not true. And then all my single ladies, let's go to the club, it's jumping, leave your man at home and stuff like that. She going home to Jay-Z.
Yep. I got hold that thought, said. Um, someone just hit me and said that's not true. What's not true? That's what I like to know. What is not true?
Single women don't keep women single.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. What is not true? Yeah, I'm hoping they. And if you can, please put it in the comment because I need to see. If you can, put it in the comment and tell us what's not true because I like to know. If you don't put that crap down, let me see. Let me see. They said single women want to see other single women. Huh? I guess the statement what you said, single women. What?
How do I know
What?
these things? How do I know that?
How do he know that? How do he know that? Do you want me to send you a link? I can send you a link. You ain't got to show your face. I can send you a link and you can come on and you can pretty much kind of explain yourself on what you mean by that because the gentleman said single women want to see single women. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah,
Single women keep women single.
keep single women single. Married women single. Whatever.
Single
You
women.
know, because I want them to shoot.
Man, look. Why you think married women don't hang with single women? Or why you think married men don't? Well, first of all, married men don't hang with single men. Majority of married men, they busy anyway. So our
Yeah.
time is very we get down, we got things to do. We ain't playing around
Hmm.
out here. We getting it, we grinding. So that ain't just something we do. And if your man hanging out more than he work, then you might got issues.
Um, do you want a link? I
When
can
you hear
get you in the
that,
show.
when
Just
you when you
send me your email.
when you
I'm
hear
gonna
that,
send you a link and you can link in. And it's got a what's the name on your link in to where you can hide your face. But you're gonna be still able to talk. So just
when
send me
you
a link
hear
and
when you
I'm
hear
gonna let you explain yourself. Go ahead.
when you hear you acting funny and she spoiled and oh she with her man now. Oh yeah, those are telltale signs.
Well, it would be nice because we would love to hear it from a woman's perspective, and I would like to know exactly how is it that a woman don't want to see a woman single. A single woman don't want to see another woman single. And I'm gonna say when we say women, we are saying black women. Don't be afraid to express yourself because then the question is, are you a single woman? And do you tell other women how to help them about keeping a man and helping your friends keep a man, if you know what I mean? Girl, I ain't gonna get in y'all business like that. I'm gonna go on and get out of here and I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Or do you be like, girl, just go on and let's go on to the so and so, let's go on and go to this. You know what I mean? Come on now. Y'all send me your email and let me send you this link and then you can come on in here and
I
you know
I I've had witnessed a lot of women fall out because one of them got a man.
Hmm.
A lot. I mean, fall out bad.
I've seen it. I've seen a lot of women when it
He
comes to that.
control
I've seen
her.
a lot of
He
women.
control her. He keep her
Yep.
away.
Yep.
He probably should. He probably should.
Because he
He
already
probably
know.
should.
Because he already know, okay, being around her, you finna get these old crazy ass ideas. You finna get crazy ass ideas, and now you coming home, you thinking you the man of the family. Really? Okay, if you the man of the family, shit, I need my brake shoes changed. Why don't you change my brake pads for me then? But these are women that don't need men. This is what our buddy said. These women don't need men.
Cal, that's another
Wow.
show. That's
That's
another
another
one.
show. I feel you. I'm just, just throwing it up there. I'm just throwing it up there. Well, since she ain't gonna speak on anything, say, give me your closing, man. We're gonna go and wrap this
at that
up.
time. Well, I think I'm gonna start saying that at all of them. Men, take your place. Stand up and get your spot. Get a house before you get a spouse.
I heard that. I like the sound of that.
Stop staying. Get your own, man. Get your own.
Get your own. Believe me, get your own. And on that note, this is your boy Calvin from CMO TV, and I will see your ass when I see you. Stay online, man. I got something to holler at you about.
Okay.